Former Optimum Coal Mineworkers are still in limbo after the mine closed down without paying their outstanding salaries. Over 600 miners were laid off in February 2018. Let's get an update on the story now from SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo. Tumelo, a very good afternoon to you. There were reports in March 2019 by business rescue practitioners that miners would be getting some money. What's happened?
Well, Nzinga, it's yet another bleak Christmas and festive season for the 3,800 mine workers that used to work at Optimum Mine. Saying from business rescue that the miners will be paid, they have not been paid. They were not paid for 6 months that they actually worked at the mine. So those miners, they are in a very terrible situation because they have not been paid for 6 months, and some of them now they've been laid off. They don't know what to do. They are in limbo. But also not only miners, but also service providers, engineering companies that were actually providing services to the mine. They also have not been paid. It has been a lot of people that have not been paid. Not only the miners, but also these service providers and their workers, because their workers have not been paid because they cannot be paid if the services have not been given to them. But let's speak more to one of the service provider actually who was providing services to Optimum Mine, Ntate Mduduzi Nkambule. Ntate, you were providing engineering services. Just talk to us about the service that you are providing and how has it affected your business that the mine has not paid you, and how long the mine has not paid you?
We are actually rendering a service whereby we are erecting and dismantling scaffolding, mainly at the plant. We have been employing 14 employees. We had 14 employees whom unfortunately we had to lay off as a result of this non-payment. It has actually affected our company very badly and in a very big way, because the last time we were paid by the mine, even that payment was a shortfall, was at the end of July 2017. So you can imagine the last payment was in 2017 and we had staff to pay, and unfortunately as a small company you can only do so much. So we were unable to pay our employees as well. And it's not just about our employees, it's also about us, our families, because we have families that we must provide for as much as our employees also have families, and also our service providers, because the equipment that we use, we also we get that from elsewhere. We have to pay those people as well. So it becomes a very long chain of people who are suffering as a result of what is currently happening at the mine.
But you have lost money in terms of monetary value. How much money do you think your business has lost in the last 3 years that you have not got any money from Optimum Mine?
It's actually a lot of money, but unfortunately I cannot. I cannot divulge that, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. If we can get paid that money, it would make a difference, because in our lives and also in the lives of those who are working with us, namely our employees, because some of them we still owe them to this day because we are unable to pay them because we haven't been paid ourselves. That is the challenge that we are faced with.
But now, do you guys as service provider got into a group to say what can we do to help the mine to actually start? What are you guys doing? What talks are you guys having with other especially unions, the NUM, especially the miners? What are you guys talking about to make sure to come up with a plan to make sure that the mine actually start reopening?
What we have since done is we normally have our meetings as creditors, and we are working closely with the union, where we have since established a creditors committee which represents most of us as creditors, whereby we meet from time to time to get an update and also come up with recommendations as to what can be done in order to assist the process, to fast track it in order to get the mine back to production again. So that is what we have done, and we were hopeful that in the near future, in the next Section 151 meeting that is going to sit on the 31st of January, we are hopeful that all the parties that needs to come to the party will be there, and we will vote in favor of the rescue plan. We just hope that these big creditors like your Centwa and Eskom they can come to an agreement, and because they'll be going into arbitration. So we're just hopeful that something positive will come so that we can get paid, so that we can go back to work.
Thank you so much. Nzinga, the people here, they're so hopeful that you can see their frustration because they have been waiting and waiting for the mine to open, actually pleading with the government, Mineral Resource Department, and also plead.
We apologize for that lack of sound towards the end of Tumelo Machogo's crossing from Mpumalanga, but speaking to his guest, you understood exactly what's taking place there.